show. And since we already talked about Michelle Trachtenberg, let's talk about her again because, in addition to her being snubbed for, the in memoriam situation where she should have been acknowledged, um, there were rumors, and funny enough, I was thinking about this too, that would she have appeared if she were alive in the Buffy the Vampire Slayer reboot that they're currently working on? I don't know if it's, they've got any scripts done or whatever the case is, but I was wondering if they were going to bring little Miss Dawn Summers, AKA the Key, that Glory was trying to get a hold of in season 5. In my opinion, one of the best seasons. And I love Buffy the Vampire Slayer, but season 5 will always go down in history as like one of my favorite seasons. It was just epic in all proportions. So, Buffy the Vampire Slayer fans rejoiced when on February 3rd, it was announced that fan favorite Supernatural series will be returning for a reboot on Hulu. Now, unfortunately, the Scooby Gang will be missing a member with the death of Michelle Trachtenberg on Wednesday, February 26th. Now, she was best known for her roles in TV shows including Buffy and Gossip Girl, as well as films such as Ice Princess and Eurotrip. Now, earlier this month, it was confirmed that a reboot of the series following Vampire Slayer Buffy Summers, played by Sarah Michelle Gellar, is in the works. Now, details are scarce at the moment, except the fact that Sarah, who's 47, will be returning and that Oscar winner director Chloe Zhao will be at the helm. I also heard someone say, oh, she's 47, so she might be too old to be fighting. I'm like, are y'all slow? 47 is not old, number one. And number two, what do you think? 47 means like you're 88, like you can't move and you're gonna be in a walker beating up, like staking people with the tips of your walker? Like, what is wrong with y'all? First of all, y'all got Tom Cruise out here in his damn 60s still doing stunts. You got Keanu Reeves doing John Wick and well into his 50s. So what the hell are y'all talking about? 47 is old. Like, get off my line with that. So now, however, it's been claimed that Trachtenberg, who starred as Buffy's younger sister Dawn Summers from 2000 to 2003, was poised to return. Now, Michelle Trachtenberg was in talks to return to Buffy, the reboot, and she was incredibly hopeful about it. This is what a source told DailyMail.com. Now, Sarah Michelle obviously felt that the reboot would need her as much as it needed Sarah. The insider said that Trachtenberg had a pivotal role in the original series, and everyone was aware of her recent health struggles. Said they were hoping that perhaps casting her as Sarah's sister in a reboot would help her overcome any issues she was having. She was not cast out by any means. Tributes have poured in for Trachtenberg following the news of her death, including from her former co-stars. And we did talk about that the other day, where they had Blake Lively gave a tribute. Then there was Chase Crawford from Gossip Girl who spoke out. Allison Hannigan, who played Willow on the show. She's 50, by the way. I did not know that. Shout out to her. Wrote that she was deeply saddened by the news of the actress's death, saying she brought a loving energy to the set of Buffy. My thoughts are with Michelle's family and friends. David Boreanaz, who's 55, who appeared on Buffy and Angels, said it was sad, horrible news. RIP and prayers to her and her family. And even Sarah Michelle Gellar spoke out. We did speak about that the other day. And so what I was thinking in regards to all this, I would love to have seen Dawn come back as, her sister and see like where she would have fit into the show. But now I kind of wonder, with this upcoming reboot, will there be something put into place where they could pay homage to Dawn and make it seem like she was taken out by an evil force or whatever the case is, and then Buffy comes back into the fold and seeks revenge? I don't know. They'll have to figure something out. They can find a way to, I guess, pay homage to her since she's not going to be a part of the show. That's something I would definitely like to see, but that's up to the writers and everybody else to figure that out. Me, I can't think of anything off the top of my head, but I would just like to see if they could pay homage to her in some sort of way. But if it doesn't fit in with the whole show, I mean, they have to acknowledge what's happening with her, I would think. So even if they don't do that, if they don't want to address the elephant in the room, which I think they will, because the fans, you already know how passionate the fandom is when it comes to these type of shows. Acknowledge it, figure out how you're going to do it. But if not, then you could just do, in memoriam, Michelle Trachtenberg, RIP, whatever how it is they're going to put in the post credits, like at the end when it fades out in the black and all the other stuff in the background. So I say all this to say, what do you guys think of this story in regards to Michelle Trachtenberg possibly returning? The way they're talking, that she was on board to return to the Buffy reboot. And Now that she's not going to be a part of the franchise because she unfortunately, passed away, how will they fit her? What will they do to kind of acknowledge her absence in the reboot? So whatever your thoughts are, let me know in the comments down below.